Okay, so one little idea, it's called complement. It's a really weird ass system of proteins. So complement is the system of proteins that are in the plasma, and they can get activated through three different pathways. The classical pathway, in which complement is activated via antibodies. Lectin pathway, where complement is activated by mannose on the pathogen surfaces. And alternative pathway, it's kind of funny. Okay, when complement is activated by different molecules, also on the pathogen surface. Now, before we move any further, I want you to see something here. Antibodies. We're kind of jumping ahead of the train, but where are they? They bind to the pathogen. They are on the pathogen surface. Mannose, where is it? On the pathogen surface. Different molecules, where are they? On the pathogen surface. So it's basically recognition of the pathogen surface. So far we good? Excellent. It's a nightmare for an immunology student to memorize all the steps. This is why we don't do it. All I want you to understand is that all three pathways come to the same kind of conclusion, which is 3B convertase. And C3B convertase, this converging molecule on which all those pathways converge, leads to three main outcomes of complement activation. One of them is increased inflammation, so basically release of a bunch of inflammatory proteins. We good so far? Another one is Obsidianization. I'll explain what it is. And increased phagocytosis. So what is Obsidianization? Imagine that this is the pathogen. We good? These are complement proteins. What do? They surround it. Why? Complement proteins make pathogen more attractive to phagocytes. Does that make sense? Can you imagine a bland meal? Whatever it is, can you imagine that? What would you add to it? Some spices probably, some condiments to make it more attractive. This is the bland meal for your immune system. These are the condiments for macrophages and neutrophils. Does that make sense? So they physically attach to the surface. And the third outcome, which is a pretty cool one, is the formation of membrane attack complex. This is another Voltron reference here. So a whole bunch of individual complement proteins, they come together, they form a pore that pierces through the microbial membrane, just making a hole. Does that make sense? Once you get a hole, you're done. Like, screwed. Microorganism is going to explode. We clear here? Okay? Any questions? All right.